Welcome back to the University of East London's Sports Dock. We are here at day 4 of the Commonwealth Fencing Championships 2022, and we have now begun our coverage of the team finals. This is our last day of senior competition. It is a team finals day. We are beginning with the men's épée wheelchair team final, and we have England versus India for you. England on our right, the team made up of Shah Rashid, Josh Waddell, Oliver Lamb-Watson, and in reserve, Piers Gilliver. The Indian team made up of Rajavendra, Ramesh Rao, Parveen, Kumar Sethirakal in reserve. And on piste first, Oliver Lamb-Watson taking on Parveen. Early lead for Oliver Lamb-Watson. This team match will be taking place across 2 pistes. You can see on the fencing currently on the top finals piste, on the top frame, Lamb-Watson and Parveen, and then they will hand over to their teammates Waddell and Rajavendra. Lamb-Watson, we saw in action earlier in the demonstration of the combined integrated wheelchair, the integrated épée team event, and we also saw him in action earlier in the week in the individual men's épée cat A final, where he took the 2nd place to his teammate Piers Gilliver. Early lead for Lamb-Watson. You can see him just probing around the edge. Lamb-Watson flicks over the shoulder. He takes a 5-2 lead over Parveen of India. They will now hand over to their respective teammates. Rajavendra from India will come on, and he will seek to claw back some of this lead that India have conceded in the first leg. Josh Waddell comes on for England, and he will seek to, at the very least, maintain this terrific start that Oliver Lamb-Watson has given him. They will then hand over to Ramesh Rao of India and Shah Rashid of England. Also taking place around the hall, available on the coloured pistes, and the coloured pistes have their own dedicated streams running via the Fencing Vision YouTube channel. It's semi-final stages of the other team events happening. So as we look on the red and blue piece of the semi-finals of the men's team foil. So on blue, Malaysia are taking on England. England 35-18 up. On red, Canada are taking on Scotland. Scotland leading 21-19 in that. On green and yellow are the men's team sabre semi-finals. I'll give you that roundup just in a moment, because we are now back underway. Waddell, early score against Rajavendra. Rajavendra just holding back, inviting Waddell forwards, and then attacking forwards. Waddell absorbs it. Languid riposte from Waddell. (7-2) now, the lead out to 5. Holding back, Waddell drives forward, lands the double. He won't mind that. I said that the men's team sabre semi-finals taking place also on yellow. England facing off Canada. They lead England leading 28-16 as Waddell drives to the shoulder. 9-3. Josh Waddell, he picks up where his teammate Ollie Lamb-Watson left off, and he is now looking his hands over a 7-touch lead underneath the wrist of Rajavendra. 10-3 the score. Waddell picking up the baton that Ollie Lamb-Watson gave him, and he will hand over to Shah Rashid, his teammate. Rashid will take on Ramesh Rao, and they will be in the third leg. On yellow in the men's team saber semi-final, England leading Canada 19-29. On green, Scotland leading Australia 25-18. On red, in the men's team foil semi-final, Scotland lead Canada 23-20. On blue, England leading Malaysia 37-19. We will switch our attention back to the top piste, with the athletes coming on now for the third leg. Shah Rashid of England on our right, Ramesh Rao of India on our left. It's our fourth day of competition, our last of the senior events, and last of the para-fencing wheelchair events as well. From tomorrow, we welcome the cadets, cadet junior and veteran fencers. As they begin their respective championships, and that will take us through to next Saturday, the 20th of August, I believe. Which will be our final day of competition. But today, it's all about the team matches, and right now, it is all about England versus India. A very strong England team. Piers Gilliver, the current world champion, Tokyo Olympic champion, sitting in reserve, able to come on should this England team need his support. But for now, his teammates, Josh Waddell and Ollie Lamb-Watson, have done a terrific job early doors. They've opened up a 7-hit lead in these first two legs. Shah Rashid will be looking to build on their good work and push the lead out even further. Ramesh Rao will just be looking to find his way into the match, try and give India something to work with. Initially, he lands early. One on the board for India, their fourth. Shah holding back here, looking to absorb the attacks from Rao, who drives through again on the riposte. And this time, as Shah Rashid looks to attack over the top, Rao is ready. 6-10 now the score. 3 unanswered points for Rao. Rao looking more confident now, just holding his position forward, looking for an opportunity. Ramesh Rao holding forward, holding strong, absorbing the attacks from Rashid and scoring underneath. (7-10), the deficit down to 3.
What are you on today? You're on Epee. Big change.
Wow, questing with the point, and he finds his way through the defences of Shah. 8-10. Shah gestures to his teammate Lam Watson, who will be coming on next for his second match. Rajaven, again for Rao, brings it to within 1. A 7-hit lead is almost eaten up now by Ramesh Rao. And he drives forward now, Ramesh Rao, mixing up. He's absorbed the attacks of Rashid, and now he's got the opportunity to go out on his own attacks. And there's the attack through from Rao. Into the lead. 8 unanswered points for Ramesh Rao. He springs back. He's penalised for lifting out of his seat. Concedes a point. Rashid on the scoreboard now. But Rao does not look deterred. He holds his ground, remains forward, questing forward with the point. Rashid will look to find his way through. But Rao, unerringly accurate, finds the wrist. And again, the wrist, the accuracy of Ramesh Rao. Every time an opening is given, he is able to take it. 13-11, 2 hits the lead now. And that is Rao's 10th touch in this match. Leaning forward, looking to provoke Rashid into coming onto the attack, giving him something that he can interrupt, giving him something that he can parry and score over the top of. Ramesh Rao looking for his 14th. He gets there. 23 seconds remain. It has been a huge leg for India. And probing around the wrist. Rashid looks to avoid, but it is an invitation for Rao, who just drives through. 15-11. Rashid's only point coming from that yellow card. Ramesh Rao done tremendous work in his first leg. He will hand over to Rajavendra. On for his second. Ollie Lam Watson back on after he got the ball rolling for this England team. got them moving, got them into that early lead of 5-2, sorry, that was built on by Josh Waddell. But now Ramesh Rao has come on, taken in a heroic leg, has taken the lead for India. Rashid will remain where he is. He will be back on the next leg. And he needs to refocus and regather himself, ready for his second match. Lam Watson will look to repeat his heroics from the first leg. Early riposte scores against Rajavendra. And in this time, Oliver Lam Watson just probing, pressing around the wrists of Rajavendra, and he sees his moment to drive forward and attack. And this time flicks to the outside, Ollie Lam Watson. Over the top, Oliver Lam Watson. He is building back this lead for England. 15 apiece in the fourth. Lam Watson drives through, Rajavendra equal to it. Lam Watson goes through, frustrated with himself. He wanted that single light. Only able to get a double, and Rajavendra on the board for India. This time, though, the accuracy of Lam Watson, probing around the wrist of the Indian fencer, and he clips underneath. Holding forward now, looking to goad, provoke a response from Rajavendra. Will Lam Watson look to drive forward? Yes, only a double, but he's now built a lead. One touch, England back in front. Rajavendra looks to get out on the attack. Doesn't want to give Lam Watson the space, the time to set up the attacks of his own. But Lam Watson probing again with the point. Dynamic in the chair as he interrupts Rajavendra. And this time, a flick to the outside. The lead changes again. Lam Watson re-establishes England's lead. And as he did in the first leg, it's a 3-hit lead. He will hand back to his teammate, Shah Rashid, who will be taking on India's Parveen on for his second leg. So we turn our attention now to Parveen and Rashid on the top piste. 2017, Rashid will be looking to make amends for his first leg. He'll be looking to build on the good work that Lam Watson has just done. As we look around the rest of the hall, on the coloured pistes, on yellow and green, the men's team saber semi-finals are complete, which means we know our first, our finalists of the afternoon. And it will be England taking on Scotland in that final that will take place later on today. On blue and red, we have our men's team foil semi-finals taking place. England through against Malaysia, 45-23. Scotland still in action against Canada. They lead 34-25 in the seventh. We remain here on our finals piste, where Parveen of India on our left will take on Rashid of England. Begin now. So Lam Watson, tremendous work from him. 9 touches to 2 in that fourth leg. Brought England back in front. Rashid back on for his second. Rashid immediately looking for the wrist, immediately looking for the attack. But Parveen weathers the storm, scores to bring India back within 2. This time defended by Rashid. Parveen going straight, going direct, looking for the opening through, and this time as Rashid comes forward, Parveen finds his way through. And again, driving through to the target. Parveen levels it up for India. Shah, though, on the board now for his first. Brings India back in front. And he's now looking to invite the attack from Parveen, but Parveen so strong on the attack. Levels again for India, 21 apiece. This time over the top initially, Parveen. Rashid defends it, but Parveen so quick, he's able to get back in and score again. And then this time, quick feint up high. Parveen has landed to the shoulder a couple of times in this match, and he uses the threat of it then to drop to the body and score his 6th. This time, though, Rashid's defense equal to it, absorbs the attack and scores. He brings England within 1. Parveen looking to launch that long, deep attack of his. Rashid anticipates it, interrupts him in the wind-up. Back level for England, Rashid. But around the outside now, Parveen, short attack to the wrist of Rashid.
Yes, darling.
Maybe the first real miss this from Parveen as he's looking to get his last touch, looking to get the point to take him to take India into the 6th with a lead. Misses the arm of Rashid. Rashid levels at 24. Rashid just changing his weapon, having it checked by the referee, Ayan Wale. Here we are now, 24 apiece, looking for one to take us into the sixth. Minute and a half remaining. Parveen through with the deep attack. And again, India back into the lead. Josh Waddell now back on for his second. His first leg against Rajavendra. He took the lead that Lam Watson gave him, extended it, 5-1 the score in that leg, opened out a 10-3 lead for England, which has since been pegged back, and they found themselves now a touch behind. Waddell into this match then against Ramesh Rao, who's on for his second. Rao, who initially brought India back into this match with an 8-1 run against Shah Rashid in the third. He finds himself now with a lead to defend. Can he build on the good work that Parveen did? Here we are now in the sixth. Waddell of England on our right. Waddell drives through over the top. Levels for England, now sitting back and absorbing Rao's probing questions. Pressing forward now, Waddell just holding the centre ground. Over the top Waddell, but Rao anticipates, ready for it, doubles, 26 apiece. In this, the sixth leg. Rao just easing in and out of distance, looking to invite a mistake from Waddell, but Waddell confidently forward, keeps the point on the target, and as Rao looks to push forward, is there to score. And then drives forward again, does Waddell, but again Rao is there with the double. Waddell will be looking to just open this lead again. A 2-point swing so far. A double takes Waddell within one of the end of the sixth. Rao holding back, looking to spring forward, but as he does, Waddell is there with the point to the arm. 28-30, the lead back with England. 2 points the gap now. Into the final three legs. Into the final three legs we go. And it will be Rajavendra for India back on for his final match. Shah Rashid back on for his third. Which one of these will be able to come out on top for their team? Which one of them will hand over a lead to their teammates for the 8th leg? As we look around the coloured pistes, on red, the only action still currently going on in the semi-finals. It is the men's team foil quarter-final. Scotland leading Canada by 40-31. England having already booked their place in the final. They will take on the winner of this. And as soon as this men's team foil semi-final is finished, we will begin the women's team epee semi-finals. Which will be England taking on Wales on the red piste and Scotland taking on Canada on the blue. But here we keep our focus on the podium piste. Rashid and Rajavendra preparing to go in their final matchups. Athletes just attaching chair covers now. And just testing the chair covers, making sure that they are not conductive, and we are now ready to get underway. 30-28, a slender 2-hit lead for England, but that lead has changed hands so many times. In fact, every time since the 3rd leg, the lead has changed hands. Will it be the same story coming out of this 7th? Or will Shah Rashid be able to hold on to the lead or even build on it? Watchful start from both of these, but it's Rajavendra who scores first. Fainting low and scoring over the top. Rashid now pressing forward, retreating, holding his ground, defending, scoring, takes the double. The lead remains 1. This time, Rajavendra in. Rashid defends successfully again, but Rajavendra remains there, scores. Rajavendra now just probing, quick short attacks. He scores again, and now the lead is back with India. Rashid drives through, determined, 32 apiece. In this 7th leg, they will hand over to Oliver Lamb Watson for England, and India, who have made their substitution. Ramesh Rao off in favour of Rakal. But this time, as Rajavendra looks to score, Rashid interrupts as he's looking to score, lands the touch. And now hanging back Rashid as Rajavendra probes, provoking a response and then driving through. He clears the blade of Rashid and drives through. 33 apiece, he levels again. Flicks to the outside, does Rashid. Rajavendra equal to it. And now he drives in as Rashid is looking to come forward. 34-33. India into the lead. On red, Scotland through against Canada, 45-33. This time though, third attempt. Rashid levels at 34. One hit will be the difference going into the 8th leg, but who will hold the advantage? Rajavendra back probing, questioning with the point. Drives in, scores, takes the lead for India. 7 points for Rajavendra. Into the 8th then. Kumar Sethirakal on for his first match in place of Ramesh Rao. And he will seek to hold or build this lead that India have won in hard-fought style. Ollie Lamb-Watson. He started a ball rolling for England, 5-2, the lead he gave them in the first. Then he came on in the 4th, and a 9-2 run gave England the lead again. And he finds himself back on. England trailing by 1. He is here for his final match. On red and blue, the women's team Epee semi-finals about to begin. On blue, Scotland taking on Canada. And on red, Wales take on England. But we remain here on the podium east, where Lamb-Watson of England will look to overturn this slender England lead. Rakal on for his first, drives off the line, over the shoulder. Lamb-Watson scores in this penultimate matchup. Lamb-Watson attacks. Rakal equal to it. Doubles. He scores his first, the scores remain level. This the penultimate leg. They will hand over to the final leg, which will be between Parveen of India, but also on now for the last leg, the Tokyo Paralympic champion, world #1, world champion and Commonwealth individual champion Piers Gilliver on for England. He will seek to close out the match for England.
Scotland.
36 apiece now in the 8th. Back underway now. Lamb Watson. Repairing the distance on the frame. In the women's épée semi-finals, Scotland 1-0 up against Canada in the first. On red, 0-0 between England and Wales. Just testing again. And we will resume. 2 minutes 20 on the clock, 2 minutes 20 remaining, 36 apiece. We go to 40 in the penultimate leg of this, the wheelchair épée final. Rakal springs forward. Lamb Watson, as he looks to attack, direct. An exchange as Rakal absorbs the attack, looks to go, lands on the wrist. Lamb Watson, patient, then he feels the opening. As Rakal looks to come forward, Lamb Watson is there, attacks straight through. Rakal now questing with the point, forward. Lamb Watson absorbing. Lamb Watson looks to go over the shoulder. Rakal defends. High tempo now, they both drive in. Lamb Watson finds the target. 40. 6-2 in that matchup. Lamb Watson will hand over a lead to Paralympic champion, world champion, world number 1, Commonwealth champion Piers Gilliver, who will be on the right. Parveen, has he got an answer? What is his route back in? 3 hits the deficit. The women's team Epee semi-finals in the second matchup. Smith, Taylor, Scotland on 2 apiece between Scotland and Canada. On red, England against Wales. England 4-2 up against Wales in the second. Gilliver just replacing his Epee. We're ready now to begin this final leg, final matchup in this men's Epee wheelchair team final. England versus India. England with a slender 3-hit lead, hard won in the 8th matchup between from Oliver Lamb-Watson. Piers Gilliver now on, and immediately Gilliver launches his attack, lands 41. Parveen looking to launch. Gilliver catches on the wrist. To score his second. On the edge of distance, provoking. Gilliver launches, flicks over the guard of Parveen to score his third, taking England within 2. And then flicking over the top of the wrist. Piers Gilliver 1 away now from taking England to the Commonwealth title. Parveen relentlessly pressing. Piers Gilliver absorbs, and then scores over the top. He wins it for England. They are the 2022 Commonwealth champions in men's team Epee. concludes our first final of